All right, we're here. All right, finally. Sorry about that, folks. We had to. I had to fix some things there. I had to directly connect to OBS there, so or directly connect to YouTube. There's some issues going on there, so I do apologize about that. Don't like to have those kinds of issues, of course. But be going nonetheless. We'll get a look at your starting grid here. Again, apologies about the delay. Restream is usually what we use, but Restream had an issue. But because they had an issue, I had to go through the backside of this, and I'm not quite sure what the deal was, but you know, it is what it is. So when those things happen, now I have to you know, I have to do this the hard way. So so bear with me. We'll get everybody good to go. We'll take a look at your starting grid. Richie Coy is going to be your pole sitter, though, folks. Brody Han will be onside pole sitter. Tommy Schaefer, Cody McKinney will make up run number 2. Trying to get SDK Gaming to work just the same as well, so bear with me. Not a fan of having issues in the overlays and all that stuff. I don't understand why it would be today, but you know, not only that, but we had an issue with the gonna see live timing for a second, folks. We're going green flag. I will get all this worked out. Not a fan of it, so bear with me. Green flag. Caution out already. Kyle Milliken had an issue. Take a look in just a moment. Lap 1. There's what happened. Start of the race. 42. Gets in the gas. Little checkup right here. And that's part of what happens. 88 gets into him. And then 08 just kind of has nowhere to go. Injure race really quickly if that happens here at Martinsville. So, bear with me. I do apologize. If Restream would just worked the right way the first time, we'd have been fine here, folks. Because I had everything all set up for that. See if our drivers are still connected here. They should be. Here they are. There's caution. That is going to be Tommy Schaefer there. And Cody McKinney is going to be out in one of these as well. We do have one of our favorites back in the action. 4 driver cams tonight. And so I appreciate everybody sticking out there having some fun. Richie Coy is going to be your race leader. There is Cody McKinney trying to get himself into the playoffs this time. Here is that's Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams. Much love to you. I'm gonna share the stream over to everybody. We'll have to edit the stream as well, get the gaming aspects put up with it. Again, apologies to the league and to the fans, to all the folks out there, to our sponsors. Playoff race is a ton of fun. I was ready for this one too because it's Martinsville, and love this track, even though I do have a disdain for it every once in a while. But I do love this track. We'll have to re-upload the thumbnail for this one too as well, folks. Because, you know, it's just what it is. Maintains promotion. We'll keep monetization off. And we'll go. I'll have to edit the Facebook post out there as well. Thank you, folks, for being out there. Much love to you. And hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on in just a moment. Because if I have to, I'm going to have to reset, refresh, and come back at it. I don't want to have to do that. We can reload the overlay. Green flag again. Stage is going to be on 75. I can at least show you what they've got going on here. Here's your race settings, 200 laps, no fast repairs, 100% fuel, 4 sets of tires. Stage 1 is going to be lap 75. They're going to run 125 laps to the end of the 200-lapper open setups for the drivers. Here's your championship standings. Tommy Schaefer advanced last week at Homestead. Cody McKinney will be second in the standings right now with a 25-point lead above the cutoff line. Richie Coy, who's your race leader, is trying to bid his way in, so that gives TJ Bartell a kind of an outside looking in situation. There's a lot to happen as they progress. So let's see if we can load some stuff up here. See if we can get this thing working correctly. Chikoy out front has a good lead here. Give me a second, folks. We're going to have to do a refresh reset here on iRacing. Not a fan. It won't take me very long, though, so bear with me. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for you folks. It's frustrating for the league. Frustrating for me as well. Don't like having any issues. It's Martinsville. We get a good field. It's gonna be a good race, though. You're gonna close down that, and yeah, close down this. And so load back up. Bear with me. Back under caution. I don't know why, because it happened when I was loading back in, so I do apologize about that. Doesn't look like anybody's coming to pit road. Milliken is going to be out of the race, so that's the 42. It happened early on. Let's get SDK refreshed here for you because I did restart all of it. We should be good to go. We are good to go. Here's a look at where we're at. Second caution of the race. Again, lap 75s, and we're going to be making our way to pit road for that stage. Here's a look at your race settings for today's race for the full throttle sim racing round of 8 cutoff race. Championship race will be next week. We'll see the 16 coming to pit road. Malekian's going to be there. 200 laps, 4 sets of tires. Stages at 75 and all the way to 200. 73 degrees on the track temperature for the half mile or Paperclip here at Martinsville. As 65 degrees is the air temperature. A little bit of humidity, a little bit of partly cloudy skies. It can play a factor for a lot of this race. So we'll see how this one works out. But Richie Coy trying to lock his way into the extra round and would need a win, pretty close to a win, to be able to do it as far as points go. Getting the stage points is a big factor and can put a dent into it. But because of, and like I said before, where he was at on the championship standings right there, he's 13 off of the 88. On the 88 back right now, we go to put this up here. The 88 of TJ Bartell is going to be in that Toyota back here. He's in 11th, so only 10 points separating. Some stage points would help here if he wins the stage. Richie Coy will get all pretty much try to maximize the bonus points here, but be able to do it. So TJ needs to gain a few spots as well. Needs 9 spots on Brody Hanna, but Brody's running in second, and this will come down to the wire if they need to. All right, we're going back at it here as the drivers look to make it nice, cool, calm, and collected. Green flag as they roll. Big Commander Racing for coming on sponsor series. Go check them out. There's going to be chats and things that are going to pop up, folks. I encourage you to get out there and check on that. I appreciate you, of course. I appreciate everybody for being out there. You know, every once in a while, live stream. Every once in a while, we can have an issue, but I don't like to have any issues. Richie Coy out front over Cody McKinney. McKinney to the inside. Is going to be there in second. Let's go on board our Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cam for the 28. See how this is running. That's not Cody McKinney. That's Cody McKinney. There at the inside, has the driver to the outside, or it looked like he was trying to have the outside. He's protected the inside very, very, very much like his life depended on it. And right now you see what's behind him. Brody Hanna to the outside. Brody Hanna now stuck, just like what you would see in NASCAR. You get stuck on the outside, you pretty much have to drive your way into it. A good-looking race car or a good-looking race truck for the Toyota in second. Richie Coy needing a win here to provide himself a little bit of distance, a little bit of closure to the end of the season. Martinsville, 13 drivers next week. We'll have a great race. And I appreciate everybody working through the issues with me early. We'll get it all figured out when it comes to try to make sure that we're in 1440. Not only 1440, but we're at 1080 now, but I wanted to be in 1440 for today's race, and that might have been the issue because we're directly connected to YouTube. Since I'm directly connected to YouTube, I don't have the I've not done it with OBS. I've always used Restream to stream everything, and I don't want to have those issues. We don't want to have that what's it called? We don't want to have any of those problems again. Because we try to do more, we try to do better things. So if that's the case, it might have just been, a setting that I had wrong, and we'll work on that. We'll fix that. So all good. Because I'm looking at a 1440p monitor here, folks. That's what I'm looking at. So thank you very much to everybody watching that on YouTube. I appreciate you. Richie Coy, Cody McKinney, Stephen Hollingsworth. Let me go out and I'm gonna go over to Facebook real quick, folks, and I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this link and change it because I posted earlier on Facebook that we were gonna be here, and want to make sure that we are on the right one. So again, apologies about any of the issues. We are working on our new PC coming up here for this series, not just for the series, but for what we're doing here. Be able to do double file, to be able to do side-by-side graphics and side-by-side iRacing streams. That's what we're doing. All right, everybody ready to go? Let's see, Richie Coy. Let's take a look at what he's got going on. Richie Coy throughout the year has had 5 poles, 6 wins. Brody Hanna with 6 wins as well. He's had 3 stage wins, 16 top 5s, 23 top 10s. He's led 393 laps, and this is ticking now. And has ran 3,788 laps. Has been involved in 115 incidents through the series. Is a 19% win rate in this series, in all seasons. Let's take a look at this season. Actually, that's going to be our C season. There it is. 8 starts in the end of this. And through they go. Right now, Richie Coy just got a dominating performance going on right now. Hollingsworth trying to get around the 28. This is the battle for second back here. As you see the screen starting to brighten up there, your display starting to brighten up. Sun peeking in and out with that partly cloudy sky. 28 holding the bottom lane. 25 the back bumper. Brandon Gagnon in that Toyota right behind. Little Nerditudes action. You see a little 4-pack working. Brody Hanna dropping back here. Tony Soler is going to be picking up some spots here as well. See Ryan Chapman of the 27 leading that second group. And at a certain point, there's Williford to the outside. Williford went to the outside of the 08. The 08, Sylvain Joly here just having a little bit of nose damage from that earlier issue. Might have already got it fixed, but won't know because I had to refresh all that stuff. So again, do apologize about those issues we don't like to have, but we'll get all that worked out. 88 tracking down the 27 is going to be up a spot here as Ryan Chapman looks to get into the corner. 36 and 200 being completed. Be a fast-paced race. We'll see if the 19 can take over some of those spots. Biggest move of the race is going to be Ryan Chapman so far at 7. Oh, 27 sideways. Caution comes out. Ryan Chapman. Getting to pit road here. Drops down into the line. Just to look. Corner exit just gets a little free. Martinsville is notorious for those self spins. We'll see what happens. Cody McKinney coming to pit lane here. Thank you for the likes out there, folks. I appreciate you. Again, like I said, I didn't anticipate having any of these issues. So, plus we had a long day today, so I wasn't able to just kind of get in here and to make sure that everything was going to work properly. So that's on me. Brody Hanna to pit road. If any of these drivers are going to be trying for some stage points, Brody Hanna will drop to the back here. 27 to Ryan Chapman on pit road. Is going to lead pit road here. So there's Tommy Schaefer, who was going to win last week, so was fine on the turn. Ryan Chapman was to be on the lead lap. So these drivers get a little bit of this car. It's so easy to become a lap down on pit road. Right now you see Brody Hanna leaving. He's going to be leaving his pit stall. Tommy Schaefer back in here as I do believe he was just getting tires or not tires, getting damage work done, because you kind of have to get what you can on pit road. These pace laps are only 44 seconds, so we go back to green flag racing very quickly with these 19 to 20 second laps. Like I said, very easy to get to have those issues. As oh baby, 29 trying to get off of pit road, just barely made it off of pit road. Got a little bit more of that truck worked on, a little bit more of that green. I don't know if he just wanted to get 6 more seconds or if he would take a little bit more fuel. 19, 25, 38, 11. Pit road speed is like 40 miles an hour. It's very slow. Green flag. Chicor to the bottom side has had the strongest truck all race. 38 to the inside, 19 up in front of the 25. Hollingsworth with an opportunity here. But Chicor had the truck here early on. Double throttle for the 38 down there. A double braking throttle input here. You hear what he's got. He's kind of sent it into the corner there. Gagnon here in the 38 trying to work. Listen to the truck. Almost double braking the corner. Doesn't get into the throttle until exit as Richie Coy goes to work. Here's a 25 of Hollingsworth. Little free right there on a corner exit. Right in front of the 38. Tony Soler back here in the forward working. 2 Chevys in today's field. Here with Williford doing a great job here in the 33. We love that paint scheme. Talk about it every week. Emily Schaefer back here at the tail end of the field just trying to have a good race. Doesn't need to push here. Is already going to the championship race will be next week. To see what's happening here. .48 of 200. All right, Facebook post has been edited. All right, we're going. 11 rolling up to the scene here. As Tony Soler dropping back just a little bit. I'm wondering if any of the newer tires are going to be play a factor. Maybe even it's just right sides. These open setups. Sometimes you kind of have to come to pit road and just make an adjustment to be able to get yourself in a better situation. Martinsville is such a tricky track when it comes to the race line and trying to pass. It just becomes very tough. Right now, Richie Coy trying to get the stage win here, and we'll see if any of these drivers are going to be able to find some speed on them. It's something that we're seeing out of this, though, is that these trucks have a great 28 up the race line, teammates side by side here. These trucks have a great flat nose that you can really dig into the corner, and it sets. It's high on exit. The 28 tight right there, getting into the braking corner, and then you'll watch like Sherwood here. You see that gets up on the apron. Watch the nose just kind of settle into the corner. There's no real good way to show up. We're just going to have to do the little drum cam here real quick, folks. We'll do this the hard way / easy way. And Chapman having an issue back here on 53. Looks to be okay. We're on board with the race leader, and we'll go on board here. Watch the nose here. So out of the corner, you see the gap on the bottom side here. Lifts up, and as he gets in the brake, that splitter runs the ground. That splitter is going to drag the ground here and can push you up the racetrack on the long run. That's something you don't want to have to deal with for too long. That splitter dragging the ground actually slows you down over the course of the race. You damage the front of your truck as well. But iRacing, simulation racing is exactly what it is. 1.3 seconds. He's doing a phenomenal job, though. Brody Hanna came in, took tires. 58 of 200. It's going to be behind the 25, or in front of the 25. And to try to get a stage win here. Maybe try to take this one away from Richie Coy. Richie Coy, 1.2 second difference here. Hanna came on 40 tires and fuel. I mean, they're not going to need every set of tire. Clean air is important, but Richie Coy has the truck to beat here, I think. Brody Hanna trying to make sure that he doesn't take that spot away. Bartle is going to be up to 5th here. They can get to the back bumper of Brody and put him into the back somewhere. He'd have enough points. Not saying wreck him. I'm saying something happens here to Brody Hanna. Bartel is going to be the driver that is on the cutoff line if Richie Coy wins. So as it stands, if Richie Coy wins, BJ Bartel is going to be out. Every point's going to matter. Brandon Gagnon here. Stephen Hollingsworth goes to 4th. Bartel is going to be in 5th. Bartel trying to push here. Tony McKinney still hovering around the 7th spot. Tony Soler back here in 8th. Tommy Schaefer trying to work around. Little tires, little damage. Some things worked on. Ryan Chapman in on 39, just trying to work on the truck here. Richie Coy, 4/100ths of a second, and 40 lap fresher tires coming here from the 23 to the 19. Brody trying to drive to the inside here. 19 trying to defend the lead and try to keep the corner where it's at. 23 trying to bump the 19 here. Tries to pull up the race line. Trying to get the bump and run on the 19. 23 might be able to drive to the inside here. 19 will be able to battle back on the corner. 19 is just nothing he can do here. For Brody Hanna, Brody Hanna will start pulling away. Level playing field, Brody Hanna was falling back, getting tires. Will be 10 laps to go on the stage. Start to pull away. Last lap time, 19.82. Richie Coy, 20.27. Just nothing that Richie can do until Brody Hanna's tires fall off. Richie Coy does have the extra pace here. He's still within a half of a second. He's pulled away from everybody else behind him. So Richie Coy, you can see, has the setup and has the truck today to be able to win this race. And as your pole sitter, Brody Hanna, your outside pole sitter, had to drive through the field with some fresh tires to be able to make this one happen. You can do that on the outside here, so it's not like it's that hard of an issue. Tommy Schaefer in pit lane here. Brody Hanna had an extra set, said, I'm going to use them. I think Richie Coy, when he comes in and gets tires, without another adjustment, might be able to do exactly what he needs to here. Schaefer's going to go a lap down, now 2 laps down. Easy to go 2 laps down here. We'll be able to get the lucky dog, though. 70 of 200. Tommy Schaefer advanced his way in last week, and might be just getting the truck fixed. Doesn't have to worry about today's race, so might be just getting the thing fixed and go out there and run where he can. Richie Coy in second, 1.45 back. Last lap, 19.96. Brody Hanna, 19.82. 3 laps to go on the stage. Not much you can do here if you're Richie Coy. Martinsville, giving you all the action you need today. 3 cautions for incident. We're about to have the first caution for the stage, and the only caution for the stage. 1 stage here on lap 75. It'll be 2 laps to go here as the drivers complete lap 73. Lap 74 will be underway in just a moment. And a little bit of lap traffic coming up. Ryan Chapman. The truck worked on a little bit there. So this will be a different story. Everybody will come to pit road this time. As far as the fuel cycle goes, and the fuel strategy, I believe they can run about 80 laps, 80 to 85 laps. I think that's what it is. I cannot remember. But I will look. 23 comes around, new tires on lap 40. Going to get him a stage win here is Richie Coy. Still leveled the playing field here. His lap times are right there now with Brody Hanna. Brody Hanna's going to get the stage win, and that'll be that call. Should throw the stage here, I do believe. There it is. Ran almost an extra. Actually, they ran an extra lap. I don't know if they were waiting for the top 10 to cross the start-finish line. This is going to give everybody. This is where Martinsville is tricky, because now all these drivers that were back here trying to play catch-up for the caution gets thrown late into 76. Pace car comes out immediately for the race leader. Race leader's on pit road, and look at the separation right now. Not necessarily something that, I'm throwing it when the leader comes to pit road or comes across the start-finish line at a track like Martinsville. All good, though. Not a big deal. Richie Coy will be here. We'll see if the 19 can do something here, because the 23 we go ahead and take tires. 38 comes off pit road as well. The 19, I believe, has the truck to beat here. We'll see if Brody Hanna can get the restart here. Brandon Gagnon here in the 38 is going to be in third. Stephen Hollingsworth in fourth. TJ Bartel is going to be in fifth. Williford in sixth. McKinney seventh. Johnson eighth. Tony Solaire ninth. And off pit road, Sylvain's going to come out. And so that's going to be your top 10 on the restart here. A lot of fun. Martinsville can be exciting. That's for darn sure. Man, oh man. Here's Ryan Chapman. He comes up here. I think he just got it fixed. So it wouldn't be too big of a deal for him to just kind of relax. Brody Hanna gets the stage win. I know that he's ready to go. I should have pulled him up to talk to him, so I apologize to Brody for not bringing him up to talk to him about the stage win there. Tires meant everything for him. These drivers are ready to go. See the old gear shift going on there. Love it. Cody McKinney's, you've been really good in the past about what we do about Martinsville, so I'm surprised that actually, you know what? He probably just needs to take it easy. There's too many holes back. Beef Jerky Unlimited giving you all your driver cams today. Thank you to the Sim Racing League for being a part of Signature Esports here. We got a championship race next week. Oh, 23. Goose is it. No caution. Richie Coy goes around. Wow. Here's what happened. 23 got to the restart zone and went And a bump from the 38 bumped him. That's Brandon Gagnon there. And he kept bumping him. He got the 23 free. No caution. And I talked about it. Richie Coy has the truck to beat here. 25 there to the back bumper. 25 trying to get around the 19. Hollingsworth trying to get himself locked in as well. And now Brody Hanna in 5th will have to defend this. But a lot of drivers were hurting that. How about TJ here? Able to get himself back around. A little look here. Let's just play this. Fast forward here. Boom, boom, boom. 88 was able to get around, and I mean, they were already slow enough here. So the 38 here kind of bumped him a little bit. Let's go to the nose. Actually, we got to go into the front. This one, no, other one. Sorry, folks. Right here, watch the restart. Bump, bump. Got him free. Lucky that wasn't more disastrous for both of those drivers. Richie Coy, 87 of 200, trying to extend here. Stephen Hollingsworth is going to be in 2nd. Bartel's going to be in 3rd. Williford in 4th. Brody Hanna in 5th. Brandon Gagnon. So Brody Hanna with the stage win there. He's good on points. It's 10 extra points, I believe. Wow, wow, wow. Sim Racing Points Truck Series here at Martinsville. Milliken out of the race, 42 out earlier. Tommy Schaefer's going to be 11 laps down. He went in and got the car fixed. He got the truck fixed. So he's here just to run. I mean, I don't blame him. And check out, if you want to be a part of the Full Throttle Sim Racing League, they do have a winter series getting ready to kick off. It's going to be 8 or 9 weeks. I think they're going to take a little bit of a break. It is an open series. They're going to run some short tracks, I believe. So if you want to be a part of the short track series, they've got some stuff they're going to be doing for about a couple of months. Before they revamp and get themselves into the 2024 season. And I know they're recruiting for it. But they'll be back next week at Phoenix. They're going to run Phoenix for their championship race. It'll be on 11-4. And we'll get everything all worked out. We'll have everything back like it's supposed to be. So that way we can be on all 3 platforms like we normally are. Either that or I'm going to figure out how to just be 1440. Oh, 29. Very free here. It's got to get rolling here. Richie Coy, he's on the bottom. Tommy Schaefer has a very free truck right now. Richie Coy, and good on Tommy Schaefer he got free. He was trying to hold on to it on the bottom. He's locked into the championship. To the round of 4. This is a tough racetrack. It really is. This is a racetrack that is every bit of a workhorse as anything else. Stephen Hollingsworth, where tire pressures matter. This is exactly it. Drivers out of the corner. Sherwood Williford in 4th here. The driver trying to get himself. Caution, Ryan Chapman. Into the in-care. He's already parked by the infield care center. Let me speak. The nose has fallen off. 27 behind. 27 gets out of the throttle. Wall. 3, 11, bump, 27, sent, and 27 is free. 11 gets into the back bumper, and that's what happens. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Ryan Chapman on pit road. So if the drivers wanted to come to pit road, now's a good time for it. Stephen Hollingsworth is going to be your leader. 77 is when he came in. Richie Coy. We've had 5 cautions for incident, I do believe. 4 cautions for incident, 1 for stage. Which is not bad through 77 laps. But you got to remember, a lot can happen. Brody Hanna came out on 77. It's going to have an extra set of tires if they run green. Again, 3 sets on the wall, and 1 set down in the first stage for Brody Hanna. So he's already on his last set the next time he pits. To put it on a level playing field for a lot of the drivers, except for Stephen Hollingsworth, Sherwood Williford. They have an extra set. They've only been to pit road once. But if you wanted to make it on fuel, this is a good time to come to pit road. Drivers completing lap 99 or lap 100 as we speak. I do believe they should be able to make it. That's what I was looking up. I have to look at my notes. I have notes for these streams. We've got about 110 miles when it comes to NASCAR gas mileage. So in the truck series, if that's the case, they could run a bunch of laps. A few miles is not an issue. Tires are an issue. All right, we're going at it. 25, 33, 23, 38. Ooh. 23 to the outside. Or 23 to the inside of the 33. 33 to the outside. Let me speak correctly here. You see new tires try to work the outside. Richie Coy on the bottom side. Be 2x2 here is Richie Coy. Playing this one smart. Try to make sure he gets the pass here. As Tony Solaire's there to the outside. 9 will slide up. Try to slide up the racetrack, but that's going to be Marshall Johnson. He's not going to be able to do that. Ups the curve. And the 19 of Richie Coy, who needs to get around him. 11 into the wall, pops it off the corner. There's the 88 there as well. 28 to the inside. There goes Cody McKinney to the inside of the 88. 88, 28 go side by side. The Nerditudes and the PRS drivers looking hard. 88 to the outside, 28 to the inside. Side by side, 28 corner exit, 88 up near the wall. There's Robert Malekian here. And the old Starburst Martin Sports machine. Got to work on getting forward. Brody Hanna's in second here. That's the 38 of Brandon Gagnon behind. Richie Coy trying to get around the 9 here. And Toyota doing a great job to hold the race line. 19 has I would say that this 19 has probably the setup to beat here, but we're 93 laps to go in this race this time by. Whole lot of racing left. Folks, I'm going to take a hydrate break. Make sure you do so as well. Throw it on its side, see where these drivers land up, and I'll be right back. Things are heating up here as the 19 of Richie Coy tries to clear the 25 of Stephen Hollingsworth. Brandon Gagnon takes over the lead here. The 38 rolls the corner. 19 is going to be able to clear. Oh, 23 up to the back bumper. Brody Hanna trying to make some things happen here. But Richie Coy on the move. New tires on 98. A little bit more fuel, about 21 lap pressure tires, but about 19 of those ran on the green flag stint. Going to McKinney up to fifth here. As some of these drivers decided they were going to take a chance. 28 to the back bumper to 23. Phoenix is the racetrack that these drivers are going to be looking forward to next week. Phoenix, they're going to run. No, that's what I was looking at. The lap times you're going to run. As things start to pace out here. 38:19. Lap times level off. We're going to run 150 laps next week for the championship race. It's going to be a good little stint for the drivers. It's not that long of a race. It should be good on fuel. They pitted about 115 laps easy, Tommy. Yeah, that's what I it was 110 is what my notes said was 110. So I thought that they would be fine. And then they've had a caution, so anybody who might have saved a set of tires as Richie Coy goes out front here for the lead. That was one of the things that I saw when it came to the when it comes to this kind of race pace. You always want to make sure that I try to keep the track stats up and then keep my notes up, because situations like this where if an update comes out and they're running 38 little free there, you start to see a difference on the trucks, especially when new models come out, damaged models, depending on the track they're at, the tire model that these drivers are having to deal with. Those are the end all to be all. 126 at 200 as Richie Coy. I have the truck to beat this week. Is fast of the Jersey Mike Subs Ford F-150. Looking at lap times of the drivers who came in as well. Cody McKinney, TJ Bartel. Going to get themselves around. Brody Hanna back to 6th here is Hollingsworth and Brandon Gagnon, the drivers that McKinney and Bartel are looking at. Bartel is getting better on the long run here. Ooh, back to the bumper. Woo. It's a double braking egg shape that I like about Martinsville. You're out of the throttle and you're trying to just continuously make the turn here, and your legs get such a workout. It's a great racetrack. I'm not a fan of it per se on iRacing, but I am a fan of it in real life. Love the fact that we can get the leagues out here and do this. 200 laps is kind of like the perfect amount, in my opinion. Like the perfect amount of laps. 200 laps is good. Trying to clear a little right rear damage. You see Cody McKinney's right rear right there, a little hooked in. Some wall taps. Looks like motor accident's going to be good for the 28. 88 there to the inside of the 25. 25 got one of the first wins we called on this platform through the playoffs. It was good to see the drivers get out there and have some fun. Right now the 88's clear of the 25. 132 at 200. Now these drivers have to go and put some momentum, make it move forward, because right now Richie Coy a 10th better than the two other drivers who came out on 98. Marshall Johnson back here in the 9th spot. Sylvain Jolie came out on 100. Malikian out of the race. Ryan Chapman out of the race. Ryan was one of the driver cams that we had up there earlier, folks, and didn't get the chance to talk to him. He has a great view on his on where his gear shifter is. He was the third or fourth camera. Love what he does. Love his view. Absolutely killer. Tommy Schaefer sitting back and relaxing. He is still out there. Yeah, you know what? I know. Cody's doing his thing. We'll bring Tommy up here and have a little conversation with Tommy, see how he's doing. Because you're locked into the playoffs, man. You don't have to worry about much. You're just back here kind of rooting your teammate on, because he's going to be more than likely on points locked in, depending on what this race does. Who are you rooting for? You're rooting for Richie, because Richie's got a strong truck today.
Well, I'm rooting for whoever doesn't put Cody out of the Final Four. It looks like right now, it seems like if Richie wins, then it would be me, Richie, Brody, and Cody, because I think PJ has to win based off of the stage results. Mm-hmm. So you know, that's kind of where we're at. Richie does have a really fast truck. He was really fast in practice and qualifying, so I don't know. Let me mute this stream, sorry. But nah, man, I got loose one time going into 3 there and kind of slid up into the wall. Got a little bit of damage out of it, nothing too major. And went and got that fixed. Took some tires like halfway through the stage. Was making my way back up, and Sylvain got loose under me, and I guess whenever his right rear hit my door, it threw the front of his truck around, and it done that. It messed the steering up, and I went in and got it fixed, but it just wasn't the same, and I didn't want to be out there in the way. So, you know, it's just take my medicine and move on to Phoenix. And
Phoenix is where the real race is at.
yeah.
Martinsville, actually, Blake's doing a great job. I know we had a couple of cautions here, but it's nothing that isn't expected for a track like Martinsville. I mean, you got your teammate, instead of getting third here, just kind of has to maintain. I mean, when it comes to points right now, we came into this race and we bounces up to where I was at. When we came into this race, 25 to the good. Over the cutoff line, TJ was 13 to the good, but TJ didn't have the performance he needed for late, like you were talking about when it came to for the stage points, of course. But Brody with the stage win with the extra points and leading laps, that's going to put him right there above Cody. So that would, again, Brody Hanna falling back right now. So there's more points at stake here. As Brody sits four points off of Cody McKinney now. With the stage points and the way that works, they're pretty much tied.
Yeah, it's really getting interesting. So we're just, you know, got about 46 more laps or so, 47 more laps. We'll just see how it shakes out, because anything can happen. Richie could get up behind a lap car, and then the same thing happen to him that happened to me if they don't get to the bottom. So, I mean, I don't wish no bad luck on him. He does have a really fast truck, but we'll just have to wait it out and see what happens.
When Richie comes in below the cutoff line, that would put TJ Bartel out if that happens. All right, brother. Well, I'm going to sit back and watch it with you, and we'll see what happens, okay? I'll put you back down with Cody.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for being on the driver cam.
Thanks.
Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cam is as such. It's Tommy Schaefer here, already advanced his way into the round, to the championship round, which will be next week. BeefJerkyUnlimited.com, folks. Go up there, tell them Signature sent you. I guarantee that you're going to love what you get from them, and you can hold me to it. Go to BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. They have this big pack. I think it's five bags of beef jerky. I think it's like $55 or something like that plus shipping. I would recommend that because you get to try 5 different ones. I think that's what it is. That's the one that we just ordered recently, but I always have to go back. It's under gifts. Yeah, it's the gift bag. Choose an option. You get 6 bags. $55 gets you 6 bags, and you get a gift bag. That's just in time for the holidays for your gamer and a guy like me. Buy any of our 5 bundle packs for $55, and we'll throw in a gift bag. You won't even have to wrap it. That's what I'm talking about. They do, when it comes to the flavors, let's see, you got hot jerky bundle, you got a low carb bundle, you've got a mystery jerky bundle, the necessities jerky bundle, and the sweet jerky bundle. You know, I like spicy. Just what I thought. Go check him out, BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. That's Tommy DeLargo, and he gets out there. He runs not only in the racing forums, but for iRacing, but also a part of some of the real world racing scene out there as well. If you haven't checked him out, go follow their Facebook page and their Twitter account. It's going to be or their Instagram account. It's going to be good to see. It is produced in Michigan. They have beef, chicken, and pork jerky products. USDA certified product made right from the race in Michigan, and getting a product made with their exclusive jerky recipes for awesome flavors. They always use real smoke, never liquid smoke, and all the jerky is made using nitrates. Is made without using nitrates, only real sea salt to help preserve all of the jerky. They care about what they put in. No added sugar. No extra junk. My favorite is the nitromethane. That's one of the spicy ones. Then I also like the cherry maple beef jerky as well. The chicken jerky I haven't tried yet, but I want to try the mango, or the manganero, which is a mango habanero style. They also have an Asheville hot, and they have a spicy garlic chicken that I'm interested in. I don't know. Got one coming to me here pretty soon. And we just ordered another one. I think Jess just ordered another one. So beefjerkyunlimited.com, folks. Go check them out. Taking a NordVPN as well. Secure and safe drivers, getting out there having a ton of fun. Now Brandon Gagnon, 3 seconds the difference, and that's what I talked about earlier. I thought that Richie Coy had the truck to beat here, and I know that Brandon is doing a great job of maintaining his own pace. He's got a great race line right now, holding his own 3 seconds out, 2.7, I do believe, actually, is Richie Coy has the 11 of Tony Soler in front of him. Tony trying to get to the back bumper of Sylvain Joly. And now this is where lap traffic can play a factor. 43 laps to go in this one. As the 11 gets to the inside, that is a passer position. Brody Hanna on pit road just a few moments ago. Came out at 150. Hanna 4 laps down. Going to need to drive himself around. That's with 42 laps to go. The 16, the 27 out. 29 on pit road. I mean, technically, Tommy Schaefer can get the truck fixed, come back out, and get himself some love. 08 up the race line, gives away for the 19. So 7 drivers on the lead lap. Next driver to track it down is going to be the 9 of Marshall Johnson. Johnson in a Toyota. Stephen Hollingsworth in a 25 rolling here. Bartel. Gonna have a bit of finish here as well. And Sherwood Wilford going to be in 5th. Working his way forward. A lot of smoke coming out here. As the 23 of Brody Hanna tries to get to the inside of the 88. New tires does mean that you can drive around this racetrack really fast. He's going to drop into the corner here and try to utilize some of that speed. Somebody on, is that Tommy up pit road? Tommy, is your engine blown? Might be. You fine folks out there. Much love to you. I do appreciate you getting out there and watching, folks. This one is a good one. I had some troubles early on, so I want to thank everybody for being out there. Look at the thumbnail re-uploaded. Richie Coy trying to extend here over Brandon Gagnon here as Richie, the 37 laps to go. 3 1/10 to the 38. 38 came on 77. So fuel maybe a concern. Maybe not as much as they're out of the gas. Brody McKinney sitting in 3rd here. Just trying to have a good finish. Next week is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see. We'll make sure that we have all these drivers highlighted when it comes to their playoff points and their playoff standings. It's going to be about who's going to finish in front of the other. It does not matter about the rest of it. 28 holds the corner. I think the field in this race, it was pretty massive, actually. Let's scroll down here. Find my little strength of field box. So I can show you folks. The 888 Martel in tow. Just going to show you guys, but It's not showing up. Forgive me, folks. Well, I don't know. Okay. We'll just, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Whoop. Think somebody blew an engine? Maybe? Yeah. All right, Richie Coy out front. 174-200. Thank you to everybody tuning in tonight here on YouTube. I appreciate you very much. Normally, I am all about Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. All, multi-stream and all that stuff. Restream had an issue earlier where we couldn't connect our Facebook and our Twitch. Reconnect our Facebook and Twitch. I created the session, went to stream to restream, and then the session messed up. So we did. Then I had to directly connect to YouTube, create a new broadcast, and that's the way it is. So a little bit of the beginning of this one is not so much fun. Sim Racing Points, 25 laps to go. Go to simracingpoints.com. Check out a new innovation when it comes to a point system. It's free to register. There are some paid services coming soon. I encourage you to go check them out. Be a part of the early access to what's going on here. I've used Sim Racing Points for a couple of years. They've made some drastically big improvements. So go check them out. Love what they have. It's going to be absolutely, you can take what you've got. If you actually take that back, Full Throttle Sim Racing Series, if you go to their website and you take a look at what they have there, that's the type of integration that you can do with the Sim Racing Points. Their points are absolutely killer. The system's killer. When you upload a CSV just like you would, but the interface is just that much better. 7 seconds separate McKinney and the lead. There's Bartel behind it. There's a good looking run going on there as well. Top 5 night for Sherwood Williford is where 21 laps to go. 88 goes to the outside of the 28. 28 a little free off corner there. Breaks into the corner, so the 28's just going to let Bartel go. Bartel there to Jolie. Jolie is lapped all the way to third. Tony Soler back here with a 25 of Stephen Hollingsworth trying to catch up. Johnson's going to be a lap down. Jolie, Soler, and Brody Hanna 3 laps down. The new tires early. Actually, he came to pit road. I think he had to serve a penalty. He's 57. He would not be 3 laps down. 57 seconds. So was that a speeding penalty coming to pit road? Must have been. Unfortunate for him. Win stage 1, so points good. He'll have at least one, at least a top 10, of course. He's sitting 10th right now, 3 laps down with a couple of drivers out. 18 laps to go. And it's been all eyes on Richie Coy. He's had the truck to beat all race long, 4.2 seconds. The difference, 77 is when Brandon Gagnon came in, but Brandon having a great race today. There's nothing wrong with what Brandon has going on. Fantastic race line. There's TJ Bartel in third, Cody McKinney. Hold on to fourth here. Sherwood tries to get himself up in the mix here as well. Tires level off so quickly on this race. Depending on your setup, tires do level off very, very much. On the off chance that you run about 10 or 15 laps, it just seems like the tire wear becomes pretty much stagnant after you put about 10 or 15 laps on the tires. And that's what we're seeing out of these trucks. They've ran a pretty solid race today. 16 and now 15 to go. Richie Coy trying to punch his ticket into the next round. Short field here at the cutoff race for the round of 8. And championship 4 will be decided. And Richie Coy with an opportunity here with 14 laps to go would have the chance to quite possibly get himself into from outside looking in is what I mean. He was outside looking in coming into today's race. Has led the majority of the laps today, and has had a great looking truck. It really has. This has been a good line. He's been patient with the drivers. Was able to work his way back around. Did a great job of finding his speed. And those who are good at Martinsville are good at Martinsville. Brandon Gagnon is doing a great job as well. Brody, I think when he came to pit road, he just needed to get, I don't know if he was needing to get fuel or maybe waiting for something to happen. But he spent 57 seconds in his pit stall, so I'm wondering if that was a penalty. Tires, fuel, and a penalty. We'll have to talk to him about it later on. Richie Coy trying not to lap him here. But a great strategy for the 23 early on. He got himself out there and gave himself the momentum to be able to get a stage win and give himself some extra points here. Right now, Cody McKinney carrying more of those points forward. McKinney back to 5th now as Sherwood Williford moves into 4th. Sherwood doing a great job. Top 5 night for him. Stephen Hollingsworth here trying to play catch up. It's been a 1.3 second difference between Cody McKinney and Stephen Hollingsworth. Richie Coy here to celebrate. 8 laps to go. Don't celebrate too early. Anything can happen at Martinsville. I'm hearing you don't want to call you. This is kind of that is he holding his breath moment. You know what I mean? There's Bartel. Sherwood Williford is playing catch up to him. Here's your race leader. He's in 1 and 2. Brandon Gagnon behind the 9 here. He's going to be in 1, just now getting out of 2. But Bartel and Williford catching here, 77. I'm sorry, the 33 catching the 88 and the 38. But almost too little too late. Sherwood might be able to get something out of this. 0.8 of a second in closing. As the Tasmanian Devil gets himself in. I love his truck. I really do. Reminds me of my dad's old Western Star. It was similar in style. He had the Tasmanian Devil on the side of it. And it was actually that Tasmanian Devil that is on the right side of the truck. Which is really cool. That's the left side. But yeah, on the right side. Richie Coy, 4 laps to go. Holding his breath. This is going to be the 4 longest. I mean, it's a 20-second lap, so it's a fast lap. But I mean, that's 80 seconds now, 60 seconds of holding your breath. Last lap, 20:38. Brandon a little bit faster the last time. Not good to be able to do it, though. 4.1 back. Now, Richie just needs to not make any mistakes. None. Zeta. 2 to go. Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Toyota. 3 Toyotas inside the top 5. 1 Chevy, 1 Ford. And the back straightaway looking nice, because he's going to be staring at it now. White flag waves final lap here for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here with the Full Throttle Sim Racing Series. Check them out at fullthrottlesimracing.com. Richie Coy, flawless in the latter half of this race. Comes around, is going to punch his ticket to the championship. Congratulations on the 19. He ran that track unbelievably well. Richie knocking it out of the park. Brandon Gagnon finishes in second. Bartel in third. Williford fourth. Cody McKinney finishes fifth. Stephen Hollingsworth sixth. His drivers finish on the lead lap. Big celebration time for the 19. Richie Coy is going to go battle for a championship. Celebration time. Yes, sir. Actually, Dutch lap time. That's normally what we see out of these drivers. Yeah, Dutch lap time. Here it is. Here's your race results, folks, as Richie celebrates here. Going to go compete for a championship next week at Phoenix. Richie Coy, your race winner. Brandon Gagnon second. DJ Bartel will not make it, I believe. We're going to see, though, as far as the points go, he may not make it into the next round. I believe he was outside looking in for the 88, knocking it out of the park. Having a great race today, though. Williford McKinney, Hollingsworth, Marshall Johnson, Sylvain Joly. The 23 will look to celebrate with the driver there. Tony Soler, Brody Hanna in 10th. Malikian, Ryan Chapman, Tommy Schaefer. Would like to have seen it burn out to get by himself, so that way I could have gotten a screenshot of him. We'll get the Dutch lap for him though. All good. Man, oh man. It was a good one. Stock to the 38. He's ready to go. P2 tonight. Able to make it the rest of the race. Fuel strategy, not really a big play here. I know 110 laps was pretty good, but you had 110, 115 laps on fuel, but you had a good pace, and that pace was pretty. I mean, we saw about 10, 15 laps. The tires kind of just level off, and it's all about, just keeping it in a rhythm, and that's what this track is about. Brandon, tell me about this one.
It was long. My hands hurt. It was grueling. I felt better once I got more towards the front. I knew Richie was absolutely fast, and I was hoping I could do the opposite of what he was doing for pit strategy. When I saw him go in, I was like, I'm going to stay out. There's 100 laps left. There's bound to be a caution between now and then, and clearly there wasn't. So I just had no competition for his tires at that point.
He had, I don't know, Richie had just great pace. He had great pace early, but so did you. I know that we watched a lot of today's race. Restarts kind of got jumbled up a little bit, but once it got going, it was just clean, good fun racing.
It was clean. Respect to everybody out there, because it seemed like everybody did a lot of really good give and take, and there was no outside line here. I thought at some point you might be able to diamond it and get more of a run off, but you just had to stay to the bottom the whole time, and that's all you had to work with.
That's what I saw. I saw new tires be able to pass on the outside, but that was pretty much once 10, 15 laps came in, then everybody's running almost the same lap time. It was more about quarter entry and This is weird to see an open setup be so. After about 10 or 15 laps, to see the open setups be pretty much like, I don't know, it leveled the playing field. Yeah, it would level very quickly.
Yes, I was waiting after seeing some of the qualifying times. I'm like, some of these sets, I'm sure are gonna have fall off. Like somebody's gonna overdrive it early. Like they're gonna push coming out of the corner, get real loose. But to your point, everybody was real equal on that long run.
The average fall off, if I'm looking at this, and this is a good rough guesstimate, only 0.8 of a second.
That's about right. Because I'll be honest with you, when we hit about lap 130, I really, really thought about pitting, wondering if I'd have enough time to make my laps up with the difference, but the fall off wasn't enough to even give that a chance.
Yeah, it was. I mean, a couple of drivers just over a second, but most of the drivers, somewhere around 0.8 to 0.9 of a second. Maybe about a full second. I think across the field, maybe about a full second, but that's really not that much. I mean, if you're looking at how Martinsville plays out, I mean, the average the last lap times for a lot of the drivers still running 20.2s, 20.3s.
Exactly.
I mean, that's your best lap of the race is a 19.16, and that was ran by, of course, Richie. But I mean, yeah, I mean 19.29, 19.21, 19.2s, 19.26. I mean that was pretty.
Yeah,
much.
You weren't coming back. No way.
Brandon, P2 finished tonight. It was good fun. I know that you guys are going to be running Phoenix, and you're running Phoenix next week. That you guys are actually going to run some good old fashioned slugfest racing next week. What's your plans for it?
I'm just super excited. Huge shout out to my teammate TJ. I hope he's still in the playoff hunt. It's going to be really close. He finished P3. We're definitely looking forward to Phoenix. Nerditudes Motorsports. I came in, missed the first 2 weeks. TJ joined the team a couple weeks in, and going into tonight, we're only 16 points behind Fury, and they have 4 drivers. We got 2, so it'd be really nice to have the small team be able to pull out an owners championship going into Phoenix.
Love to see it. I would love to see it. We'll see what I need to keep up on those points. I forgot that was another conglomerate to this. So that's on me. So Brandon, give you shout outs, man. P2 finished tonight. Nice day.
Yeah. TWRS setups, huge shout out to those guys and what they do and build. They're really fast, really smooth. Again, my team, Nerditudes, Studio Displays, Martin Sports, best apparel in the business for iRacing. Super excited to go to Phoenix and see what we can do as a team.
Love to see it. Brandon, we'll see you next week, man.
See you, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. 38 comes home, P2. We're going to talk to Richie first because he punches his way into the championship here, and you do it in style. Tell me about it.
What's up? Nice to finally get up here and talk to you. I haven't had the option or the pleasure to do that. So hi and welcome. But yeah, we had to show up tonight. We had to show up and we had to win. We didn't have to win until not a lot of guys showed up, and then we had to win.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say last week we had 20 plus car field. It was a big field last week, and then this week we're seeing I saw 14 drivers, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and I needed 14 points to be clear of TJ, and with only 14 guys there, it was going to be tough to point my way in. So at that point, it was like, all right, well, let's see what we got. And we were lucky enough to sit on the pole and lead some laps, and we got the win, punched our way through to the championship, which is go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you were fast, man. I mean, that was not just fast, you were consistent. You were very patient with drivers when you came in, got a little bit of fuel, made yourself a little heavier, got your tires. It wasn't that you were any faster than them early on. It looked like you were just trying to be patient with them. You knew that you're going to be able to get around them, and then make that last long stint work. I mean, everybody came in on 98, so you guys ran 102 laps green.
Yeah, and that was, that's the key here. The key is patience here. A lot of people get in the back like that, and they get anxious, and they start dive bombing, and they start trying to push people out of the way. And it's, I had 20 lap fresher tires and everybody that was in front of me. And I think I was faster than most of them, even on same tires. So there was no need to push any issues, wait for them to give me a spot to get by them nice and clean. And that's what we did.
Fastest lap of the race, 19.157. You led 157 laps. And of course, No incidents on today's race. It was a 5 lead changes, 5 cautions total, 1 for stage. This is a pretty. I know it was only a 14 drivers or a handful of drivers here, but I mean, if you think about it, this ran well.
It did. I think in the spring we had like 17 cautions, so much night and day. So literally too, because that was a night race, the day race. So it was night and day, and I was lucky enough to win that race as well. So this is really one of my favorite racetracks, and it's one of the tracks I've actually raced on in real life too. So it's kind of near and dear to my heart.
This is a great racetrack. I love this racetrack. I don't like it as much on iRacing, and I tell people that all the time. I say, because it either goes this way or it goes the other way, and
right
9 times out of 10 it goes the other way. So, but today it turned out to be a fantastic race. Richie, congratulations! I'm excited to see you go to Phoenix. The last
don't
league,
bring us back. Don't bring us back to Homestead. That was a disaster.
We have another league going to Homestead, so it's on my thought process too. So I'm just so
no worries.
So much going on. But you guys go to Phoenix next week. What's your plan, brother?
Hopefully to do what we did tonight. We got me and Brody in the final 4 against Tommy and Cody. So it's teammate versus teammate. Team Fury versus dang it, they're gonna shoot me. I don't remember what their team name is, but their team, Cody and Tommy are on a team. Brody and I are on a team. So it's team versus team. Made a better driver win, hopefully, and we're gonna try to do what we did tonight.
It was a great time. Richie, give you shout outs, man. Congrats on the victory.
Appreciate it. So as always, got to thank Tony's mom and dad. Tony, my other teammate, his mom and dad always watch. So I always like to thank them in Victory Lane when we make it here. So thanks to them. Thanks to the guys that did show up tonight. Appreciate them coming out and supporting the league. Hopefully the rest of the guys kind of just stayed home because they didn't want to get involved in the last cutoff before the championship. And they'll be back next week. And thanks to everybody that does support the league. And thanks for coming on and taking over the truck broadcasts, and hopefully we get to talk to you next week.
Hopefully we get to say champion. That might be cool.
Me or Brody, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. One or two of you. I mean, at the end of the day, if you guys are side by side,
I'll wreck them.
That's right. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
That's right. He owns a team, and he'll tell you the same thing. He'd wreck me too.
Yeah, so it's pretty much what I just don't wreck each other, so that way anybody behind you can win a championship. That's for sure. Yep. Richie, much love, man. We'll see you next week.
All right, appreciate it, man. 19
comes home in Victory Lane, and last but not least, to bring him up, 88. TJ Bartel is going to be in third here today. You needed a few more points for the stage there, and I think it's a little bit closer. I haven't seen the updated points yet, so I'm kind of waiting to get the officially unofficial stuff. But tell me about your race, man.
Overall for Martinsville, very good. Very happy with the result. It was pretty uneventful, which last time I was here in the spring was not the case. So very happy to come home third, really.
Coming home third on this kind of racetrack. We saw kind of, and I mentioned this to 38
Brandon.
I was mentioning it to Brandon. Was talking to him about how it just seemed like everybody kind of leveled off with an open setup, and that's not something I'm used to seeing throughout iRacing when it comes to Martinsville and some of these short tracks. Normally, if you have a banger setup, you're gonna either starts off and just put you out front pretty quick, or it levels off. But today it seemed like everybody leveled off the same.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising in a way, because I was thinking, some of the trucks that were a little bit faster than me on the get-go, it's always my weak point. I take a while to get going, but they didn't fall off as much as I thought they would. So that was a little bit disappointing per se. But overall, we stayed really solid throughout the run. I don't think I was giving up too much time to anybody except really Richie. He was in a zip code all of his own. So.
Yeah, Yeah, he had a fast truck. I've never once thought that, like, I've had a handful of drivers that I know that if I put them on Martinsville, I know that they can do really well there. Today, from the moment that we watched him start driving, I kind of knew Richie was going to win. It didn't kind of really matter what happened. It just kind of, something was going to happen to level the playing field again, and it did. And it seemed like Richie just had the setup to do it. But you guys were fast all night, and considering that you just ran 200 laps, you had 102 lap green flag run there at the end. It was, and you're only 7 seconds off of a guy who was just trying to be screaming fast. You did phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, Richie's a better driver than I am. There's just no two ways about it. And Richie is just superb at Martinsville. He's just super, super good here. So, to beat, as many guys as I did, very happy with that effort.
I'd be happy with it. I'd be happy just to finish the race at Martinsville. That's just my opinion. At least it's my opinion on myself. You guys did a phenomenal job. TJ, congratulations once again. P3 finish. Get to talk to you a couple of weeks in a row, but next week, if you're not in the playoffs, I'm sure you're just going to go out there and try to take a win.
Yeah, me and Brandon have set our sights to Phoenix to see if we can't at least one of us get a win. Maybe the other guy finish second. Maybe get the team championship. That would be really awesome. So that's what we're kind of shooting for.
Love to hear it. That's what I like. TJ, give you shout outs, man. P3 finished tonight, and it was great to watch you guys get out there and run.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I want to thank Signature Esports. I want to thank FTSR, Brody, all the admins. They do such a great job here, giving us a great place to race. Got to thank Brandon, my teammate. He has been just an awesome teammate. I can't thank him enough for all his help and encouragement. I want to thank Nerditudes, Nerd Motorsports for having me. The awesome paint scheme from Nerd Raps, Jeremy did that. Awesome paint job, and Dustin Logston for getting me on this team. It's been a fun ride so far. I think we've done pretty well, all things considered. So very happy with that. I hope they're happy with the effort we put out. And I got to thank my wife for all her support.
TJ, I have the points, I believe, are updated now, and 5 points, sir.
I figured it'd be close, but 5-1, whatever.
It's okay. It's all right. Team championship coming up. That's what matters. Let's see.
Hey. Yep, and the way I look at it is they knew me and Brandon were here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. You were there. You finished second and third. That's Fury Motorsports. You guys are 17 points behind, but 17 points behind doesn't mean anything because you can make those up in stages. That's simple. That's easy. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be our goal, man.
All right, brother. Well, congratulations. I'll see you next week. Phoenix was going to be a ton of fun. This was a good race. This was a really good race to call.
Thanks, man. I really, really appreciate it.
Always. TJ, we'll see you next week, brother.
You bet, man.
88 comes home in P3, folks, and knocks it out of the park. He really did. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the league. I'm happy for what these guys are doing. I know they're going to take a break, and we're probably going to fill up Wednesdays for a little bit until they come back. But I'm excited. If they have me back, I like this series. I like the Open Series, and I like what they're doing. I came in for a 10-race playoff, and I've botched a couple of races here where I wasn't all that impressive like I normally am. But Richie Coy had to win. He had to win. He came in fifth in points on a cutoff race. Needed to have a bigger field and to be able to have the race that he was talking about earlier. But he won, so it doesn't matter now. And 5 points separate Cody McKinney and TJ. So that's insane. It's insane to think that. It happens. I mean, this is what happens in the real world NASCAR era. I love seeing it. So thank you, folks, for being out there. I appreciate you. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. Reach up, hit that like button, hit the notification bell, let you know when to go live. Hit that subscribe button for me as well. I know we're only on YouTube tonight, but we'll be back on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube on our next stream. We should be tomorrow night with the Goat Racing League. If not, I'm going to figure out what's going on with Restream, because they are just having some issues with connecting, and it happened earlier to our YouTube channel. So I think Restream's having an issue, and if it is, then we'll make some changes. We'll make the necessary changes that we need to. But we will be back live again. It's gonna be fun. Be good. We'll see you in the next one.